What's up, guys? Today we're going to be looking at something extremely important on the monthly chart. That doesn't mean we can't go up in the short term, but I want to show you something very important that we need to be watching. I know everybody is talking about the bull run continuing. I'm not saying that can't happen, but I'm going to show you something that you need to watch out for. Watch it throughout the whole video. We're also going to go into smaller time frames. We're going to go into the 1 hour, then we're going to go, the daily, then the 4 hour, so on and so forth. We're going to also take a quick look at the Dow Jones. Make sure you take a second out, smash that like button. If we get 1,000 likes, I am going to do a live stream tonight. We'll go over more of the altcoins and things like that in the live stream if we get the 1,000 likes. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is the Crypto Savvy channel. I am Craig, and I like to give you an honest opinion on the market of what I'm actually seeing without just hopium and, picking out only bullish things I find. I'm going to show you the bearish stuff. You can go to any other channel and look at the bullish stuff because everybody is overly bullish, in my opinion. So take a look at the RSI here on the monthly. This is the Amazon compared to the Bitcoin chart, and this is on the monthly. And this is something I want to just show you guys real quick. You can see how the RSI is in about the same spot right here for that the second high on Bitcoin and the Amazon bubble. We're going to look at it on the weekly too, and I'll show you the area I'm looking for it to invalidate if this chart is going to invalidate. So if you look here, we had hidden bullish divergence. A lot of people are talking about it right here. We had the same thing on the monthly in Amazon. You can see we had higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. That is hidden bullish divergence. I did get a bounce here, but it did not last, end up coming back down. So just something I wanted to point out real quick on the charts. I'm going to get rid of these lines now. We're going to go back over to the weekly chart on this, and then we're going to take a look at these three black crows that I'm talking about, and we'll read up on it a little bit, show you kind of how you determine if you can get confirmation for it. So let's take a look at the Amazon chart the Bitcoin chart right here on the weekly, and then we'll put the Amazon back on the weekly also. And I've talked about this plenty of times. I made a few videos on it, a bunch of videos on it actually. You can check all my past videos. I've been talking about it for a while. I think December 2nd is when I first started looking at it. I made a quick video. I didn't have them side by side like I do now, so that helps a lot. But it does look like the same pattern, guys. This is about the pattern along with the euphoria and everything else that was in the .com bubble. We also had the ABC correction right here, just like we had right here, and then just a plummet from there. Now, if we were to come back up and test the orange trend line here, that'd be around the $43,000 range, which would also line up with all the EMAs in here. Same thing that happened back here. It came back up and retested the orange trend line before continuing down. And I've spoken about it before. This measures out from top to top, almost identical to this top to top here. And also the ABC measures out almost identical too. So I've also showed you guys in here on the RSI, everything on here lines up also. The MACD is looking almost exactly the same. Just a lot of similarities here. Like I said, it's all about the pattern on this one. If it went down the 95% like it did over here in the Amazon bubble, and if you remember, I said Amazon bubble, I meant .com bubble, tech bubble, whatever you want to call it. They had a bunch of scammy .coms that had to get washed away. And I think the same thing would happen here if this does play out, and we'll wash out a lot of the scammy altcoins. But this was a 95% correction. And if this done the same, it would be under the $4,000 range. It is definitely a possibility. Not saying it has to go that low, but it is definitely possible. Anything you don't think is possible in the markets usually, more often than not, does happen. So anyways, looking at it like this, and that took, if it took about the same amount of time, that would put the bottom of Bitcoin around the mid to end of next year, 2023. So if that plays out, now if these start breaking all these resistance levels and go up, then maybe we can start looking for new all-time highs. let's take a look at Amazon, what happened after that. Here is the bubble, and you can see what happened after that, but it took 10 years to break that all-time high. So here is what I wanted to look at. This is the monthly chart. Right now we are above the 21 EMA, which is around 32, or I'm sorry, 36 to 60, right in that range is where the 21 EMA lies. Now, as you can see, we have what seems to be forming the three black crows. Now, this body here, we'll talk about it. We'll read it real quick. It says, it's formed when three bearish candles follow a strong uptrend. So, so far we have these formed, but remember, the monthly is not closed yet. We still have 3 days, almost 4 days left before this candle closes. We'll see how it closes, but we do have an obvious uptrend and then 3 red candles. So the second candle's body should be bigger than the first candle and should close at or very near its low. Now let's take a look at that. And the second body right here is bigger than the first. Now, finally, the third candle should be the same size or larger than the second candle's body with very short or no lower shadow. So that is what we got to see happen here. If this is still a short candle, if as long as it's shorter than the body, I think that would be pretty good confirmation. But do remember, and I'll show you that even though no matter where this closes, the next candle still can make a wick all the way up into that $42,000-$43,000 range, which would be where I showed you the orange line was on the weekly. So it's not saying we can't get more upside afterwards, but as in the long-term trend, I do think if this does end up closing around the same size or longer than this body right here, it's probably pretty good sign that we are in the major bear market that I do suspect we're in. And let's see, for the three black crows pattern to be completed, the last candlestick should be at least the same size as the second candle and have a small to no shadow. So that's what we'll be looking for. But remember, the next candle will probably still have a lip, just like you see right here. This was a 3 inside up trend. I don't know what this is right here. 3 inside up down. But anyways, you can see this one continued the downtrend, but we could always get a wick back up. So it doesn't mean, you know, we can't still go up afterwards. But this is the my daily chart. You remember we've watched this forever, rising, broadening wedge. The measured move of that is just the measured move of from where it broke down. And that gets us to about the $23,000, $24,000 range. As you can see right now, we are in this falling trend. If the daily does end up closing outside of this, we could get a nice bounce, like I said, to that $42,000, $43,000 range some point next month. Now, so this is Prime XBT. If you guys are interested in trading, I definitely suggest checking out Prime XBT. By far my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you. They don't clump all your trades together. You can have longs and shorts in at the same time. Also, you can trade Forex, gold, silver, S&P, Dow Jones, everything all from one exchange. You can use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you up to a $7,000 bonus. Savvy25 will get you 25% off your fees. If you go to my YouTube page, there is a tutorial right here. It shows you where to put the promo codes. Also tells you how to adjust your margin on there. There's also some free tutorials here on using the EMA, RSI, finding trends, finding patterns. Definitely check them out. They're totally free. Also, give me a follow on Twitter. It's at CryptoSavvy1, and it's at CryptoSavvy1, and the crypto is actually an O, the letter O. Somebody's out there made one with a 0, and they're using it to shill crap or whatever. So just make sure you go to the right Crypto Savvy. There is a link down below in the description if you want to follow me on Twitter. Also, there's a link to the Discord down there. Definitely check that out. It's totally free. Great community, guys. All right, so looking at the 4 hour, we were looking at this as a falling wedge. The bullish point, we would get above that 43,000, then we could get bullish there at that point, up to it around the 47. If 47 breaks, then we could be looking for much higher highs. But anyways, this could also just be a falling channel like this, and that would get us down to our target. But the measured move target of this is around that $22,000 to $23,000 range also, just like the rising broadening wedge target on the daily. So I still think there's a good possibility we get down into these ranges. So just be careful. But right now, the point of resistance we need to look at is around this 38.3. We break above here, get support on this trend line. Our next area of resistance there would be around the $41,900, $42,000 range. And then, of course, we have the top trend line here. If that breaks, there is a possibility that we could go as high as around $59,000 if that was to break, which still would kind of line up with the Amazon chart. They don't have to be exact, but 43 is really the area I'm looking for. But as of right now, like I said, as long as we're below this 38.3, I still think we get down to the lower $20,000 range. Possibly, it may not be till next month. We'll see how it plays out. A lot's going to depend on what the stock market does. And the Lux Algo. So I showed you guys yesterday, there's some, I'm going to go over the Dow Jones too and tell you the area we need to watch for a close on the Dow Jones. But as for the Lux Algo, I did adjust these take profits and stop losses. And all you have to do to adjust that is right here. You know, you can put in your sell if you want to sell it, give you your stop loss or whatever. I have it on buy, just looking for buys, just for sake of the video. And this was on default on 3. I put it to 1 to tighten it up a little bit, and you can see what it would have done if you would have bought on the buy signal here. That would have been around $36,000, and it would have had your first take profit at 36,750, which you would have took over here. Your second take profit would have been about 37,753. When you put that in, your stops would have been down here. You could also tighten those up if you want, but that would also tighten up your take profits. But if you guys are trying to learn risk and reward, this is a good way to do it. There is a link to the Lux Algo. You get a 20% off using my link and the promo code SAVVY, SAVY. So if you guys want to check that out, like I said, I'll be going over more stuff on this. I've just been slowly getting into it. So far, I'm starting to like it. And inkyourimage.com, this is my wife's webpage. Check it out. There is a crypto section. She can put anything you want on any of this stuff. Definitely run through, check it out. See if you're looking for a gift for anyone or things like that. Dow Jones. So we are back above this wedge. This is on the 4 hour over here. This is daily over here. I've been talking about if we have a daily close, open and close, actually, I'd rather see below the 34,280, then our target is down here to the 31,000 point range, 30 to 31,000 points. We still have this hidden bearish divergence here where we got lower highs in the price action, higher highs in the RSI. We did get a fall since then, so could that be played out? It could be. We could be making an inverse head and shoulders here on the RSI with one more pump in the markets. Like I said, let's see what happens around that 34,000 range. If we close below there, open and close some 4 hours and then open and close a daily below there, I do suspect that we continue down to here. But as of right now, we zoom in here, we did get a little bit of hidden bullish divergence between these two lows. This one was a little bit lower than this one, and then the RSI we had a higher low. So that could be just this playing out, and we could still continue to more downside. But like I said, watch today, if not on Monday, a close below that 34,080 point range will be very bearish. So could Bitcoin get a pump up this weekend? Possibly. You guys know weekends can be crazy. This is Friday, so we'll see what happens on the weekend. But remember, guys, take a second out, smash those likes, leave a comment after the video. Let me know what altcoins you would like to look at. If we do the live stream tonight, we need 1,000 likes on this video. Thanks, guys. Make sure you share the video also, and I'm out of here.